The Ivory Wand, a story from China. Wang Su lived in the city of Nanjing. A high wall with a locked gate surrounded his house. Every day the old man opened his gate and walked out, carefully closing it behind him. Then he strolled through the streets, his cat stepping ahead of him and his big dog plodding by his side. The people who lived near Wang Su were puzzled. They could see the old man was richly dressed, the cat was sleek, and the dog well fed, but he never went to the market or to the stores. He never bought anything. Where, they wondered, does he get his food and clothes? One evening a robber climbed over the wall of Wang Su's garden and crept up to the house. Peering through a window, he saw the old man sitting at a table in a room full of fine furniture, silk hangings, and beautiful carpets. The old man picked up a little ivory wand and turned to the cat. "I know what you would like," he said, and waved his wand. At once a big plate of fish appeared. Then he said to the dog, "I know what you would like," and waved his wand. Immediately a big bowl full of juicy meat appeared. And then he said, "I know what I would like," and he waved his wand, and all sorts of delicious foods appeared on the table. The robber hid in the garden until Wang Su, the cat, and the dog were in bed and fast asleep. Then he crept into the house and stole the little ivory wand. When Wang Su woke the next morning and couldn't find his ivory wand anywhere, he knew it had been stolen. "What shall I do now?" he asked the cat and the dog. "Without my wand we shall starve to death." Hungry and sad, the cat and the dog wandered out into the garden. "We must find the ivory wand and bring it back to our dear master," meowed the cat. "Let's go at once," growled the dog. And together they leaped over the wall and started on their search. Day after day they searched all of the streets of the city, but there was no sign of the ivory anywhere. After many months they came to a very grand house. "This is the place," growled the dog. "I can smell it." The cat and dog ran quickly past the guard at the door of the house and out into the garden. There, under a cherry tree, stood the robber, dressed in the most magnificent clothes. On a chain around his neck was the ivory wand. The dog barked furiously at the robber and jumped at him, knocking him down. The cat sprang onto his shoulder, gripped the ivory wand in her jaws, and pulled until the chain broke. "Run! Run as fast as you can!" meowed the cat to the dog. Dodging the guards, they scampered out of the house and away down the street. The guards shouted and waved sticks, chasing them, but the cat and the dog soon lost them in the narrow alleyways. Tired and panting, they found their way back to Wang Su's house. The gate in the wall was open, and the garden was a mass of weeds. In the house, Wang Su sat in an empty room, dressed in rags. When he saw the cat and the dog, he cried, "Oh, my dear friends, you've come back to me. I've been so lonely without you, and I've had to sell everything I own." The cat jumped up on his lap and dropped the ivory wand into his hand. The dog rested his head on the old man's knee and licked his other hand. "You clever, clever friends," laughed Wang Su, stroking the cat and patting the dog. Waving his ivory wand, the old man fed the cat and the dog with all the food they liked best, and then he had a delicious meal too. Soon the house and the garden looked beautiful again, and Wang Su strolled out every day with his cat and his dog. The people were pleased to see him in the streets again, but they never discovered the secrets of his little ivory wand.